Welcome to this episode of What's the Noise Media as we cut through the clutter. I want to tell you why there is a quarterback competition my way coming right at you. All right, so I want you to keep something in mind, and that is that the Baltimore Ravens wanted to draft Shedeur Sanders. Todd Monken, of course, was the offensive coordinator. So they wanted to draft him and have him be a part of their team because they saw something that they liked about him. He he didn't want to go to Baltimore because of Lamar and because he wanted the opportunity to play sooner rather than later. That's just his mindset. That's that competitive nature by which he lives in. So now Todd Monken gets hired by the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders is one of the quarterbacks, and so Shedeur Sanders finished the season as the starting quarterback. But then again, you have this issue with Deshaun Watson. So football is one of those team sports where veteran players look at how you treat veteran players. Regardless of what anybody thinks, Deshaun Watson is a veteran football player. He has experience. And so the idea is that Todd Monken wants to come in and Todd Monken wants to win. And again, sometimes with young quarterbacks, you let them learn, you let them grow, and you let them develop. So if Deshaun Watson was able to rekindle his skills and ability to play at an elite level, then Todd Monken wanted to give him the opportunity to see if he could do that. That's just the man Todd Monken is, and that's what he wanted to do. But then as we cut through the clutter, that's what the name of my show is talking about, there's another reason. As you can tell when you listen to the video, of what Todd Monken believes, this is why you have a quarterback competition. And that is because he wants to see if Shedeur Sanders was going to rise to the occasion.
Me to say that, and it still won't stop me from asking how you protect MMA in general is the first game. We're going to have a start of the first game, right? I mean, ultimately, I'm not going to decide. They decide by their play.
Welcome back to What's the Noise Media, where we cut through all the clutter to bring you pure and valuable insights. Don't forget to like and subscribe today.
He wanted to test his mantle. So when it came out that Deshaun Watson was leading the quarterback competition, and Shedeur has to hear all of this stuff. Deshaun's ahead of you. And he was ahead of him because of experience, was some of the things that I heard. Let's talk about the experience factor for 1 second. Are you serious? Deshaun Watson has experience, but that experience did not help him when he came back the first time to play after having that long layoff for all of his legal issues. And he came back to play, and he didn't play all that great, but he had experience, though. I mean, remember, he was one of the top quarterbacks in the National Football League. And he was seen up there with, Mahomes, like neck and neck at one time. But his experience did not translate into a winning formula for the Cleveland Browns. So then he gets hurt. comes back and play. But remember, he has experience. Well, did that experience help him with his reads? Did that experience help him? The word was he he had been out for so long that he just didn't have what he used to have. But what he used to have was experience. He used to have experience. What? You ain't got experience no more? So now, when it comes to the competition with Shedeur Sanders, they were saying that he was ahead because of his experience. Does it sound foolish to you? Does it sound crazy? What did his experience give him when it came time to play? It wasn't there. So, what does his experience over Shedeur has anything to do with winning a football competition? Not a whole lot. So, because now the reports are Shedeur is ahead in some of these quarterback competitions, that Shedeur has closed the gap and maybe is a front of Deshaun Watson. But that's just the front room noise. The back room noise, the real truth of the matter is Andrew Berry. This is just my opinion, and I'm gonna just tell you how I believe it went through. Just like I say, I'm cutting through the clutter. Andrew Berry and Todd Monken wanted to test the mantle of Shedeur Sanders. So they said, let's put him in a quarterback competition. Let's see if he can rise to the occasion. Because you see, competition is what breeds or what gets the best out of a person. So to speed up the process, hey, Shedeur, you got a chance to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. But you got to outplay this guy over here. That's really what it is. You got to outplay him. Can you do it? Are you willing to put in the time and the work to do it? We're going to sit back and we're going to watch. So when it came to minicamp, it was Todd Monken was like, ooh, wow, we are impressed with how he has grown, over this amount of time. And so now that we are into the actual camp, it is, wow, I have two legitimate, starting quarterbacks. But again, one is a rookie, one who never took first team reps last year until he was named the starter, at the end of the season. And really what Todd Monken says, and play this again and you hear it, what Todd Monken is saying is going to be the one who can rally the players that the players are going to believe in, and they're going to believe in that person to get them over the hump. So when the game is on the line, and we saw this last year, Shedeur Sanders was making plays at the end of the game. He was driving the team down the field. I just watched a report of some executive on one of the media shows that comes out of Cleveland, and they were talking about he's not accurate. He was the most accurate quarterback in college, but he's not in college anymore. So I think what they were saying was that when you take a look at whatever the QBRs or whatever this number is, and they were saying, he was the worst quarterback of all the teams that, of the quarterbacks that was playing. The eye test, the eye test is it just never fails. You can say all of that. But did he put his team in a position to win offensively? That's the thing. And I think, we can look at numbers, but did he do that? Did his eye test show a person with a lot of resilience and moxie? Yes. So Shador just has to keep that confidence and keep working and keep playing because that's all they wanted to see anyway. And it makes it easier for them to name him the starting quarterback when he earns it. And he's earning it. But it's what they wanted him to do. And he's doing what they wanted him to do. And I'm not even surprised. Oh, I would not be surprised if, again, behind closed doors, he knew that. He was told that. That's why he's been busting his butt, playing, doing whatever he can to be the best that he can be. Because the reality is, if I'll play this guy, I'm going to be the starting quarterback. I know this already. Okay. And I also have to win over my teammates. And that's what this was all about. Can Shador win over the teammates? Can he outcompete Deshaun Watson? And if he can do that, he is your quarterback one. You heard it right here on What's the Noise Media. That's the truth. That's cutting through the clutter. All this other talk, all this other stuff, man, it don't even matter. Can he outcompete Deshaun? Can he win over his teammates and be the leader for the Cleveland Browns? Andrew Berry did not draft this guy for no reason. Todd Monken didn't just walk in and say, you're getting number one reps like you didn't get it last year. But I'm just going to put you and Deshaun Watson against each other. Not so much, you and Dylan Gabriel or, of course, Tyler is not even in that conversation. As we now see, Dylan is getting more reps and everything. But the reality is they wanted to give Shedeur Sanders the opportunity to be who 2-1. And so far, he's been doing pretty good.
Real talk, real issues. What's the Noise Media? Hey! What's the Noise Media?